Hi, I'm Colin at the Dog Line. Thanks for joining us on our kit builder page. I'm going to take you through the process of how to build a kit and what these kits all involved. And I guarantee you in the next 3 minutes, time it takes to boil an egg, you'll be in the top 15% of the people in the country who understand dog fences. So what we have done here, we've got 3 kits that we've put together. The first kit is for garden beds and driveways and gateways, so that's a kit down here. The middle kit is the kit that will do up to 300 metres of wire. So if you've got a 1/4 acre property, small garden beds, a 1/2 acre or 1 acre, then you can go for that kit. Now in the future, if you think you're going to be moving to a 2 acre, 3 acre property, might want to have a look now at the larger property system, which will do over 300 metres. So you could do a 1/2 an acre, 1 acre, 2, 5, 10 or 20, and all you would do if you're going over 9 acres with that kit, we might need to upgrade the power supply, but we can talk to you individually about that. What I'll do now is I'll tell you all about the kits. When we do the kits, we wire everything up to make sure it's working before you get it. So everything's all included. You get the transformer, the transmitter, the dog collar, the first 100 metres of wire, the owner's manual, installation guide, and the dog training guide. And you also get 10 packets of flags per 100 metres of wire. So in this page you choose your kit, the next page you choose your collars, then you go through and add extra wire, then you can select to go and add extra flags if you wish, and then you go through to fill in the form and do the checkout. So when you get the kit, I always tell people the first thing you do is you put the kettle on and then you unpack the box. While the kettle's boiling, plug the system into the nearest power point. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to understand. So before you go out and start digging trenches and running wire, plug it in and have a play with the collar. Simply hold the collar up to the test loop and you'll see it working, you'll see the light flashing, you'll even hear it, and you can use the test loop or put it on your arm to see what's coming out of the collar. But quite quickly, there's a lot more information on the collars on the next page. If you hold the magnet up to the side of the collar while it's not in the signal, you'll hear the beeps and it'll let you know the levels. We have a premium collar which has more levels to play with and an extended warranty as well. So you've got lower levels for easier training and higher levels for more determined dogs if you ever need it. So this is the standard collar. So this is on level 0, which is warning beeper only. And then if I change that to level 1, that's the first phase, second phase of the training. So then you can hold the test light up and you'll see the light flashing there to show you that there's energy there. Hold it on your arm if you want to. It's quite safe enough for you, safe enough for your dog. And you'll feel the, what I call intense, tingling, pins and needly sensation, and you can control the level of what the dog feels. So you see my little finger twitching there. Okay, so it's as simple as that to change the levels. Now what happens then is the transformer plugs into any normal power point out of the weather undercover. That powers the radio transmitter. The big thing we have on our system is the green earth wire that goes from the circuit board and the transmitter back to the 3rd earth pin on the power supply. That will protect your transmitter from lightning and surge damage, which is also covered under the warranty. We're so confident that you are not going to get damaged by lightning strike that we included in the warranty. Now if you go for the bigger system, you'll get the bigger transmitter and you'll also get the external lightning protection box. So for a little bit extra, you're getting a much bigger transmitter and you're also getting an external lightning protection box included in the kit. And that's pretty much the full value of the whole upgrade. That the amount that it costs to upgrade is probably pretty much just in this little surge box here. So that will act as a first point of junction before any lightning energy comes back to the transmitter. It'll go through this box and get earthed out to a little earth stake that you can put on the system. So that's the transmitter. Now the wire then will run from the transmitter, 2 wires touching together, you'll see that in the designs, to the boundary. One goes left, one goes right. They do a circuit around the whole property. They must be a closed circuit. And then what happens is you bury it under the driveway. There's a few tips in the training guide on installation guide on how to do that, and across any gateways, and you can drive straight over the top. Now the radio signal will go around the wire, come back to the transmitter and get blocked, and it's got no choice but to expand out of the wire. So you'll have a radio signal up to say a couple of 1.5 to 2 meters in front of the fence, above the fence, behind the fence or below ground as well. There's 2 parts to that radio signal. But firstly, with the wire, it's a high density polyethylene coating. There you go, 3 minutes is up. You're in the top 10% of the people in the country who understand dog fences. Well done. Now the wire is a 7-strand copper core coated in high density polyethylene, which has a 20-year UV rating. It's not just UV stabilized, it has a 20-year UV rating. So we've had our wire sitting on people's fences for the last 9 years since we started using this, bringing in this particular wire, and it's going very well. It's still sitting on the fences today. The radio signal is FM, so it's not going to make your TV go funny. It won't make your mobile phone go funny. And if your dog walks past the TV with the collar or your microwave oven, the collar won't pick up the signal and ping the dog accidentally, which can be a big issue. Now, when the dog goes towards the signal, he hits the warning zone. He'll hear a beeper from the collar. If he sits there for 15 seconds, he'll get a ping from the collar. That's called anti-linger. That will save the battery life. So our battery will last up to 2 years, depending on the dog. And that means you don't have to go out and spend $10 or $15 a month or 6 to 8 weeks replacing batteries in collars. And if you forget, you know what's going to happen. That's the day your dog's going to run off down the pound. And if you're lucky, he'll get picked up by the ranger and he'll fine you $200. If you're unlucky, it could be far worse. So that's going to save a lot of money with the lightning protection and also the long battery life. Now, inside the collar, it's waterproof, it's submersible, and it has a polycarbonate housing, so it's covered by a chew warranty. If a dog gets hold of it and he can chew the housing to bits, it's also covered by a chew warranty included in the warranty. We have 3 aerials in the collar. If it's upside down and back to front on the dog's neck, it will still pick up the radio signal so he can't run through. We also have a super fast anti-run-through reaction time, 1/8 of a second. So if a collar reacts in half a second or a second, the dog could be across the line before the collar even picks it up. But to avoid that happening, it's all about the training, and that's included in the kit. Collar also has a little battery life that tells you when the battery is going to be running down as well, so you're all covered there. Not a very expensive battery, $18 to $25 for a good quality one. Make sure you get a good quality one from us because we turn them over quite regularly. So that's the whole kit. If you go through and have a look at which kit you want, select that, then select your collars, then select your wire, add flags and go through the checkout. Very easy. If you want to, fill in the form, tell us about your dog, what's been happening, how he's getting out, what size property you've got. We'll be in touch and we'll go through the whole system with you and help you decide. That's quite easy. We've got experts who can call up and advise what the best way to go would be. And you could also jump on the phone. Now, our helpline, 7 days a week, 1300 the dog. That's 1300 843 364. So I'll leave you to go through, select your kit, click next, go through to the collars, have a look at the collars and make your selection from the collars. See you there.